Today we will talk about the variables, the rules that must be followed for the naming convention. Then we will talk about input and output using C. So what is a variable? Variable is a name assigned to a memory location. You will use different data and data values in your program, and you must assign a name because that data must be stored in your memory. So there must be a unique name to identify that data variable, that value, and then use it later in your program. So variables are just like the containers in your computer memory, and you can store values in them. You can store value in them. You can ask the user to enter a value against it, against a variable xyz, and then whatever the user will enter the value, you will store it in that memory location, and then you will retrieve that value to use it further. For example, you are calculating the average of a student, then you must ask the student his marks against subject 1, subject 2, subject 3. Now subject 1, subject 2, subject 3 are the names, and there are memory places that are reserved for those marks. Then you will ask your student or user to enter the marks, then user will enter marks against subject 1. Then that value that the user has entered will be stored in that specific memory location, and the name of that memory location will be subject 1. Then you will ask the user to enter the value of your subject 2 marks. The user will enter that value, and that number, that specific value that user has entered, will be saved in a specific memory location, and the name of memory location will be the subject 2. So subject 1, subject 2, the variable names. All right, and then the values are its actual data that is stored in that memory location. So variable names that we use in C language has certain rules. You need to follow the rules. These are the rules. The first is the name can contain the letters, the digits, and underscore. You can use A to Z, any character. You can use 0 to 9, any digit, and you can use underscore as well. But the rule is the first character must be a letter or an underscore. You cannot start the name of a variable by a digit. It can only be started by a character or an underscore. The underscore, the variable name that starts with underscore is not preferred because they are used by the operating system. So we normally don't use it, but it is allowed in C. Okay, so the first letter of a variable must be a character or an underscore. It cannot be a digit. If you will use a digit, the program will say, or the compiler will say, that there is an error. Underscore can be used, but variable beginning with underscore are only used in a special library routines. Okay, so we normally say that don't use the variable name with an underscore. Case matters. Case matters means the variable names are case sensitive. If you are using uppercase or lowercase, it makes the difference. If you are using sum with or lowercase, it is different as if S is capital and UM are small letters, and SUM all capital. So the case is very important. If any one character has the different case from the other, then the variable name is totally different. It will be allowed to a different memory location in your computer. Okay, so case matters. Leave this. Okay, and then there is another rule that there can be no embedded blanks or special characters. If you placed a blank, then it will be considered as another variable name, or it will show an error because there is no comma or punctuation marks are missing. So you cannot have a space in one single variable name, and you cannot use the keywords as or reserve words as your variable name, because the keyword has a reserved meaning. If for example printf is, whenever it comes in your program, the compiler knows that something next to it will be printed to the outside file in the executable file, so you cannot use it as a variable name. And special characters are also not allowed in variable name. For example, we will see how we will write a program. Source file, include, that's the header file. then your main function, and this is the body of your program, and here you will write a code. Okay, before the name we will just see variable declaration and variable initialization. So if you are using a variable, you need to declare it or initialize it. Now what is the difference here? In variable declaration, it consists of two parts. The syntax is, the first you need to tell the data type, what type of data will be stored in it, and then the variable name. Name is just for identification. You can write any name you want. And data type is what type of data will this memory location hold. If you are, again the same example, if you are asking the user to enter the marks in his subject, so marks will be in numbers, so the data type will be integer. The integer value will be stored against it. If you are asking the user if he wants to continue, he has to enter yes or no. So y and n are characters, so the data type is character data type. So data type is what type of data will be stored in that memory location, and variable name is the identification of that memory location. Okay, this is variable declaration. There is no value. You can ask the user to enter the value against it. In variable initialization, you identify the data type, what type of data will be stored. You identify the variable name, the specific memory location, and also the value. What is the initial value for this? Here there is no initial value, it's empty. Here you also identify the value. Now I'll tell you the difference. For example, int a. This is variable declaration because I have identified the data type. Integer type data will be used, and this is the name of the variable. You can use any name, variable 1, and variable initialization is integer a equals to 10. Every C statement has colon at its ending point. This is the termination point. Okay, this line is variable declaration and this line is variable initialization. In variable declaration, you write the data type and the variable name, and in variable initialization, you write the data type, variable name, and you assign an initial value to it. This is initialization and declaration. Data type, two types of were also already discussed. One is the integer data type, the other one is the character data type. The float is the points values. We will discuss for now the character and integer data type for this course. Okay, now we will see how the rules here that we discuss, what are the different rules for legal and illegal variables. So what did I say? I say that you can use combination of characters, you can use combination of integers, but the first value can't be an integer. We will see if it gives you an error. Int 1a. So I have written the name of a variable and it starts with a number. So we will save it. And we will execute it and compile. If you see, what does it say? It says the suffix a on integer constant. We already discussed that the first letter can't be an integer number, so it gives an error. If you remove it, your error is removed. Redeclaration, yeah, we have used the same value twice, so it's saying that redeclaration means you have declared the same variable twice. Again, save it and execute it. Now it's fine. All right, so the first one was you cannot use number as the first character, and the second one was you cannot use the special characters. Percentage a. See, unexpected unqualified ID before Yes, you cannot use special characters as well. These are the rules that we discussed here. So you cannot use special characters, and you cannot use numbers as your first letter. These are the rules we already discussed. Then variable declaration, variable initialization has also been discussed. Now we come to printf. Printf is a keyword. Printf is used when you want to display something to the user. The syntax is the printf keyword is used, then brackets and quotes, and this is the termination point, semicolon. If you want to display a message, a simple hello message, greeting message, or any message to the user, a string message, a string literals are used, you can write it simply in your quotes. For example, hi. You can write it in quote. Printf, you want to tell your user enter a number. So it's string characters. That's a message. You can write it inside quotes. Now save it and compile. So hi and enter a number. All right. That's how you use the printf. If you want to print the value, for example, integer a equals to 10. Here we just enter the characters. Characters are strings. Okay. If you want to display this value here, then how we modify the printf statement? Whenever a variable is to be printed, the two things are needed to done. First, we need to identify it inside the quotation mark, percentage. This sign is called the placeholder. This placeholder tells the compiler that in this specific location a value or a variable needs to be printed. What value, what type of data, you need to identify, or you need to write it here. It's the integer data type, so we will write I. If it is character, we will write percentage %C. Percentage %D is also used for integer. So inside the quotes, you will write percentage sign, the placeholder, and D, the data type, what type of data will be printed, and then comma, and after that comma, you will write the name of the variable, whatever the variable you want to display. Let's just execute this program. You see hi and 10. 10 is the value of that variable, and that is printed here. So printing simple message, we write the message inside the quotes, and if you want to print a variable value, you can write, you can do it with this. This is the structure, this is the syntax. Percentage D, D is for integer data type, what type of data to be printed, and percentage is the placeholder. Here it is, if you can see. The printf function is used to output information. We already discussed. Printf format, whatever the string that you want to output, you can write it inside your quotes. This is conversion specifier we discussed, or placeholder followed by a single character. That character tells the data type. Indicates usually that a variable is to be printed in that location. The variable to be printed must be appear in the parameters to the printf. This is the parameter. Okay, how many values you will print? Here you will write percentage D 2 times, then you will have two parameters here. If here we have only one placeholder used, we use only one placeholder, so there will be only one parameter. All right, this is called conversion specifier. Another thing that is used inside printf or scanf both is called the escape sequence. Escape sequence is a special character preceded by this. It has a specific function here. In a C language, singular character that doesn't represent itself when used inside a string literals is used for formatting. Formatting, how? If you see here, both these print statements are merged together. So format is how you want to display this message. For that we use escape sequence. They are followed by the backslash here, and there are different escape sequence, and each escape sequence have a different meaning. We will use, this one is used for new line and this one is used for tab. In here, if you want that both those statement must be printed in different line, so we need here escape sequence and new line. It will print hi and then it will go to the new line. See, now if you want that this variable must be displayed after a tab, so you will escape sequence, T is for tab, and then the value will be displayed like this. Okay, so this is called escape sequence. They are used inside the string literals. They are not displayed, but they have a specific meaning, and that meaning is displayed in your output. Here new line, here tab. These two are important. We will use these. Okay, the next thing is integer a equals to 10, integer b equals to 20. Now we can output both these values in a single statement. Here we printed the value of a, printf the same. Now I want to print both these values in a single statement. As we already discussed, we've used the percentage sign, the placeholder, and then the data type value. Okay, what type of data will be displayed, and then comma or comma के बाद we will write the name of the variable as a parameter. If we want, we can use a single printf statement to print multiple variables, 2, 4, 5, 6, 7. All right, how? We can add as many placeholders as we want, and the number of placeholder and the number of parameters must be same. There are two placeholders. It means your compiler is expecting two integer values here, so the two variables with the integer data type must be placed here as its parameter. So we can use two printf statement to print those two variables, or we can use a single printf statement, and we can use one single printf statement and we can print two variables using one statement. So let's just save it and compile. And we also want these variables in a new line. If you want a space of 2 lines, 3 lines, you can add as many you want. You see, 3 lines have been added, and then 10 and 20 are. Or if you want a distance of a tab between them, you can write here. All right, so we discussed the escape sequence. We discussed the conversion specifier, and we discussed printf statement. Printf statement, if you want to display a message, you just write the message inside your quotes. If you want to display a variable, you write placeholder and then its data type, and then you give the argument, the value, the name of the variable as a parameter. This is printf statement. Now come to scanf statement. Scanf statement is used to take input from user. For example, another variable integer C. We don't have a value against integer C. We will ask the user to enter a value against C. Again here the same brackets, then quotes, and then termination. Now you are asking the user to enter an integer value or a character value. Again we will use the placeholder percentage sign and then the data type, D. Integer के against value save करनी है, so we will write D and then comma, and then we will write in the argument we will write the name of the variable C जिसके against वो value store होगी. The only difference between scan and printf is we add a symbol and symbol. Now what's the function of this and symbol? This and symbol is used to get the address. You see here we already have a value, we are just displaying that value. Here we are asking the user to enter a value, but then we have to enter that value in that specific memory location. The memory location is already named as C, but we need to store the value entered here inside C. So we have to give the address of the C. So this symbol is very important using scanf. If you don't use this symbol, the compiler will give an error. See, now then we will also display to see if the value is entered and saved correctly. Percentage D. Now we are printing the value of the C, so we don't need and sign. Printf 56 that I entered and 56 that is stored in variable C and then displayed. Okay, so this is the printf statement, this is the scanf statement. Or to make it more understandable, you can also add messages here. For example, printf, you can ask user to enter an integer value. That's just a display message. You can use escape sequence to format your program. Enter a value, not after, and then new line here. Enter a value, I enter 34. 34 is displayed. Okay, so this is printf, scanf statement and variables.